Hello and welcome back to the TheDropOutDragon. We were taking a little bit of a break from Elden Ring for about a week there. I'm about to get back on it, but taking a little break from it, I can move over into some other stuff that I wanted to test. And I was actually able to re-download For Honor of all things because I heard a recent patch on console actually allowed people to play in a much higher frame rate than they normally would on console, as well as crossplay. Now, unfortunately, there is no group crossplay, meaning that the console people can't pull their PC friends into a group and play with them, but the random matchmaking, as you can see next to the name there on the bottom left, Dropout Dragon, you can see the PlayStation icon as well as the Ubisoft icons for everybody else. So they're all on PC, I would assume, and I am not. So here I am playing with them in a random match, the only guy on console in this match. And I gotta say, playing For Honor again was a little weird, but especially on console, and it actually surprised me. I had myself a good time. This is the second game that I was playing that night. I picked Tiandi in my little Persian outfit there. I like that style of Tiandi, so I went with it. Uh, and I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised. If you were on the fence of whether or not to try out For Honor again, it seems that there is a decent amount of people who are playing. But if you want to pop in, have yourself a good time, I thought I would go ahead and talk over this gameplay that I've recorded on the PS5 because I'm continuing to justify the PS5's purchase and existence, which is actually working out pretty well. I got some other games that I downloaded and I'm just kind of been having some fun with, and I was looking at my perks there. I was like, man, I haven't played this game in forever, and I didn't really know what the new characters are about. Like the guy that Canadian 2330, he gets me in the first bit. You'll see, that dude got me a bit, and I was not familiar with his character, nor was I familiar with the new pirate character that they have on the other side, who doesn't pull off a whole lot of the piratey things I've seen on For Honor and the different streams and whatnot that I've been through. But I have seen a little bit of the Griffin guy on my team. I know the other two, obviously, know Raider and all them. And I was like, okay, let's see how this goes. It'll either be a complete shit show or I'll do average. And it turns out I did actually kind of well, other than the first beginning here, which was whichever. There is no music in this particular gameplay. If you guys like to listen to music, that's great. I sometimes like to listen to music on my own, and game music is like turned off for me. That's the way it is in Elden Ring as well at the current moment. So I'm running up here over to A, and I'm thinking, okay, the graphics are holding pretty stable. We got pretty good frame rate. I'm feeling good about it. And I was like, oh wait, they changed up the map a little bit. The stairs are different, which is good. I don't hate that at all. I went ahead and did the target zone attack to get as many of these dudes as I could. And I kind of screwed up the range, and I'm like, oh man, I'm so rusty, and I'm feeling it. And here comes one of the newer characters. I was like, oh man, here comes the cross-wearing samurai man. But I'll go ahead and give him the normal 1-2 from our boy Tiandi, who Tiandi himself, oh man, I actually cut that guy in the guard, and I forgot that. And a parry right off the bat. Second game back in a very long time of any serious notion. My PC does not run this game very well. It just always gets upset every time there's a new update. And as you can see, I was like, I don't know what this guy does. And I fell into the trap of trying to parry everything. And then when that didn't work, I just kind of spammed, and it ended up killing me. And I was like, oh man, I'm stupid. I'm really dumb. I'm gonna play it a little bit smarter from now on, and it actually worked out pretty well. And this is where it starts getting better. I'm like, oh, sorry. Look at that right there, Joe. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. This game is new. There's the pirate person, and I got this Shigoki. I hope you guys remember this Shigoki because this dude is absolutely holding it down. You'll see later in this and think, man, what a guy. And I tried to parry that even though it wasn't looking at me, so it shows you how rusty I actually am because he just went to somewhere else. But it ended up working out for me as I just got a random thing, and I was like, oh man, I'm Tiandi. I'm just gonna zone. That seems optimal to me. I'm just gonna zone, get through it, and not care, and be like, yeah, I'm the man. I screwed up that dude's attack gang, so I'm just really feeling dumb right now, and I'm like, man, I really need to play better here. I went ahead and tried to parry that, but then I was like, oh, that failed? That's okay. I'm Tiandi. I'm just going to zone. This is actually surprising that I was the first one to grab that execution there. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. We can do this. Wait, revive my friend. Got to revive my friend. Be a good teammate. Get my points. Get all that going. Shigoki's like, I'm fat. I'm getting up. Give me a second. And I was like, okay, now I'm going to go clear B because B is important. And B is a thing that people just don't want to clear. And Tiandi has really good wave clear over here, so I was like, man, let me go check this out. Let me go make sure that I can do something useful for my team, because obviously I'm just, you know, rolling in from Stupid Town, being as rusty as I am. So I'm like, let's go be useful, which is something teammates in games like this don't really want to do. So maybe I'll make people like me that way. I get over here and I see there's a lot going on. Totally missed that intro with my hyper armor, but I get this parry and I'm feeling real confident. What do? I try to kick into the lava. Doesn't work because I'm an idiot. But, you know, working it out. Gonna go ahead and go into the I press my dodge button again and again because I'm Tiandi and I can get away with those things. I try a push, that doesn't work, but she tries to go into her ultimate combo, which is nothing, and then get that. I tried to parry that, shouldn't have done it. I waited because I figured that guy has an all guard, and I just said, nah, I'm just gonna wait a second. And guess what? I zoned. Can you believe it? Another zone from Mr. Tiandi. How rare. How interesting. And then we got this Raider, and the Shigoki's like, come on, Tiandi, don't just throw out fucking heavies. And I'm like, so I'm, you know, I'm working on it. I go ahead and I kick him out of the zone because I know I can just, you know, zone attack him there. But I wanted to get that healing for both me and the Shigoki. I've got enough points where I can get my shield when I'm low on health, as well as putting that down. And I'm like, Shigoki, back up a little bit. And he does. And here we're going to see this Shigoki just absolutely shine. And I don't want to screw up his attacks. I don't want to do that, so I'm waiting. I get that hit. I kind of knock her into it, and boom. That was perfect. That was textbook. That's exactly what you need to do. And I was like, all right, cool. Maybe I'm not as big of a moron as I think I am. And this Shigoki's like, yeah, maybe. We'll see. So he's watching. Screws up that guard. I'm like, no. Don't hurt my friend. Screws that one up too, and I'm like, no, don't hurt my friend. So I'm, you know, we're watching each other's back in this hallway, just trying to think about it, be like, all right, you know, we gotta do it right. And then now there's two of them, so we have to be cautious about this. And I can't just zone anytime I want to, but I'm probably gonna do it anyway because I'm Tiandi. And there's that, give him a little bit of that. Oh, caught him right there. I knew that dash was coming, so I threw out that guard break because it's the first time I've done it against that person. And then Centurion does what Centurion does, and that's just come out of fucking nowhere with a big ass R2 and get him. And I'm like, okay, so where can I be useful? I'm going to go to B. So I went to B. I'm going to try to clear this out. And then, pirate time. The Caribbean has come. I don't know anything about this character. They're spooky. So I went ahead and I pinged myself and said, help at mid. So here comes Griffin. Griffin's like, you know what? It was a time where I was strong, and I'm coming in. And then there's me throwing out some dumb heavies. This guy go ahead and he's got his thing. Now, I could have stopped him a little bit here by using some heavies and, you know, kind of stunning them out of it. But I'm not super familiar with what they did with Revenge, so they're just going to town. But they've lost so much health of me just beating them in the back that I am now godlike, and I don't deserve to be. Let's go ahead and revive our friend for some more team points, as well as my own points, and get him up as quickly as possible. Then I do this because I'm like, man, I probably should level up. And then I realize, oh wait, I'm already level 4. I've been at level 4 for quite some time, so that felt good. This Raider, he's just doing Raider things, lots of light attacks on me. This guy's waiting, and boom, I get another parry, and I'm feeling good about myself, right? You know, a little bit of the ego. I got my shield up. And this now I'm going to be honest, this kind of bothered me a little bit. Because I was like, man, they're all on me, so it's okay. Zone, boom, boom, parry there. He's dead, and they, you know, they hurt, but then they get me from behind because my zone actually missed the Hook Swords girl, whose name I could never pronounce. And she actually got her R2 on me at the end there and was able to execute. And I thought, damn, that would have looked real sick. My big clips for YouTube are ruined, and I'm very upset. So I was upset about that one. I'm just watching as the timer ticks down, thinking to myself, man, I hope I don't just blow this for my team, because I've seen that happen. One player can just throw, and then the whole thing can just fall apart, even if you have double points like this. But they are breaking. B seems somewhat secure, and then I realize, oh wait, no, it's not. And then I gotta go help my team here. So I figured I'll just drop this and then put down the big damage. He takes a big old hit from Mr. Shigoki. He gets his revenge off. He doesn't know what to do. He's like, man, I can't spam out those heavies. But then he gets that parry. I get that parry there, and I'm thinking, oh, what is up? How you like that? But you can't just keep throwing heavies at me. I will parry them because we're in 60 frames now, baby, and it feels good. Pirate's in the corner having a bad time. Griffin says, check this out. From behind, flip him over. Doesn't give a damn. I throw out the good fight. No one else is talking because they play this game way too much and they don't have time to socialize. And I understand that. I do that in Elden Ring, so there's that. So here I am, the red orb insignia there, the only dude on console. And who was I? I was Tiandi. Can you believe it? With 13 takedowns, 2 deaths, I felt pretty good about that. 33 latency, pretty good for, you know, for honor. But yeah, it was an interesting time. I do recommend people checking this out again and seeing if For Honor is back to them and something they can use and say to themselves, "Oh boy, let's go back to 2016 where we thought this was going to be a great PvP game." Well, guess what? It's kind of actually turned into one over time. Just don't play it much on PC because the Ubisoft launcher is doing everything it can for you not to have a good time. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.